As a retired Marine Corps veteran, I've stared down plenty of threats in my time. But nothing prepared me for the day three shady characters in knockoff suits showed up sniffing around my home, claiming they needed to inspect my 7-year-old daughter Lily for some bogus youth residency rules. The real kicker? Our quiet suburb had no homeowners association to begin with. This is the wild tale of how I turned the tables on these lowlifes who tried to snatch my little girl, leaving them hobbling to the cops on shattered knees. I'm Ryan Harlan, and for the last 5 years, I've been piecing together a simple life in Willow Grove, a cozy spot about 45 minutes outside Seattle. After 14 grueling years in the Marines, losing my wife Laura to a brutal fight with leukemia 3 years back, all I craved was a steady rhythm for Lily and me. I switched gears to freelance digital forensics, hunkering down at home so I could greet her when the school bus rolled up. The neighborhood was our sanctuary: leafy avenues, warm folks next door, and zero HOA busybodies dictating fence heights or flower bed rules. That freedom was a deal sealer when I bought the place. After barking orders in the Corps, I wanted no part of petty tyrants micromanaging my grass. Lily, with her mom's endless wonder and my iron will, was my world at 7. She was hooked on bug hunting and space facts, our living room cluttered with her hand-drawn star maps and jars of fireflies she'd rescued. We'd perch on the deck most evenings, her rattling off why Pluto got demoted from planet status, her eyes lighting up like the constellations she adored. Those stolen moments were my anchor, the ones I'd clung to during endless tours in hellholes I still wake up sweating about. Our days flowed easy. Lily off to school by 7:45, me buried in client threat analyses till she bounced home at 3:15. Afternoons meant trail walks in the woods, planetarium trips, or her wild science experiments that usually ended in kitchen chaos. Weekends? Softball games, playdates with her pal Zoe from across the street, and backyard grills with the block. It wasn't the adrenaline-fueled dream of my 20s, but damn, it was real, raw peace I never knew I needed. Willow Grove felt like a postcard from simpler times, built in the early 2000s by a tech mogul named Jack Harlano relation who ditched corporate BS to craft his vision of unscripted living. No HOA on purpose. He'd had his fill of red tape in the Bay Area. Homes varied, yards sprawled, and we all pitched in natural IX teachers, new parents, fellow vets, even a retired pilot who hosted drone flying nights for the kids. Trouble brewed on a crisp October Tuesday 4 years ago. My neighbor Martha Ellis, a sweet ex-librarian who'd become Lily's honorary grandma, rapped on my door clutching a fancy envelope, her kind face twisted in fret. "Ryan, you see this nonsense?" It was from the Willow Grove Homeowners Association, slapping her with a $250 fine for unauthorized yard decor, the solar system mobiles Lily crafted for her last birthday. "Martha, we ain't got no HOA," I muttered, scanning it. My forensics instincts flared, slick paper, but the email was a throwaway Yahoo. Phone from Arizona, site domain fresh as yesterday. No state filings for any such group. I fired up a group text that night. 9 families had gotten hit fines for swing sets peeking over fences, too many bird feeders, even old Mr. Kim's Goldfish Pond as an illegal aquatic installation. Each notice oozed legalese to spook folks into paying blind. But fakes were my specialty, from the Marines spotting phony IDs in ops translated seamless to digital hunts. I dove in that evening. Domain tied to a Bahamas shell, number to a Vegas virtual desk, logo ripped from a Texas HOA and tweaked. Amateurs banking on fear, but they'd picked a savvy crowd. My buddy Derek Malone, a beat cop 4 doors down, smelled rot too. "Lived here 12 years, Ryan," he said over coffees in my shed that weekend. "Jack built this place, HOA free, called him glorified shakedowns. He'd run the digits through cop channels, zilch. Scam likely, but no cash grabbed yet, hands tied." Derek and I bonded over service. Scarshi was Army recon before the badge. His kid Mia was Lily's classmate. Their giggles filled our yards. "Watch sharp," he warned. "These types ramp up." He nailed it. Wednesday dusk, a dark Escalade crawled by my place, idling while a passenger snapped pics. Lily, mid-math homework, piped up, "Daddy, why are they photographing us?" Her innocent worry hit like a gut punch. I soothed her, but rage simmered. Cameras nabbed the plate. A DMV pal traced it to a rental under Estate Evaluation Partners LLC, another ghost firm. Patterns emerged like enemy intel, layered shells, bogus IDs, cash trails vanishing offshore. 2 days on, Martha rang frantic. 3 suits at my door demanding cash, grilling about you and Lily. My app lit with feeds there they were on her stoop. Burly leader with oiled hair waving a folder, flanked by a hulking brute and a fidgety kid eyeballing everywhere. I bolted over, but they were peeling out in that Escalade. They clocked me, stopped. The boss flashed a sharp grin. Mr. Harlan, Victor Lang, Willow Grove, HOA chair. We've flagged issues at your address. His tone dripped false charm I'd sniffed on every hustler. No such HOA exists, I growled, planting between them and home where Lily played. Bounce before badges show. Lang flipped his binder to docs with seals. Newly chartered proper channels. Special rules for solo dads on kids' safety and upkeep. The big one, Bruno Tate, shifted to screen their ride. The twitchy one, Dylan Knox, thumbed his phone, stealing glances at my windows. Ink peeked from Bruno's neck jail tats. Dylan's stare at Lily's room chilled me. These weren't grifters, they were predators. Get gone. I barked, voice low like parade ground commands. Or we escalate. Lang's facade cracked. Big error, Harlan. HOA probes child homes, especially with your history. He sneered at my vet past. Back tomorrow with officials if needed. They split, but Dylan snagged shots of Lily's window. Fury boiled they'd invoked my girl. Cross that line, and mercy's off the table. Inside, Lily peered out. Daddy, they mad? We in trouble? Her fear gutted me. Nah, baby. Just pushers. And we pushed back hard. That night, post-bedtime, I unleashed my ops room basement rig for high-stakes forensics. OSINT scans, dark web dives, borderline hacks honed over years. Faces from Cam's hit databases, socials, rap sheets, headlines. Victor Lang? Revoked broker license, fraud beefs, forum boasts on mind games, forging papers, targeting vets for order-following vibes. 6 months back, he posted on milking families with kids. Bruno Tate? Mob ties in Vegas, distressed buys via break-ins, vandalism homes flipped cheap after terror. Cross-checks showed neighborhoods gutted, profits rolling. Dylan Knox? Cyber whiz, sloppy metadata on their site linked him. Forums pegged him for spoofing gov sites, fake seals. I exploited his auth flaw, raiding his cloud. Family files everywhere are priority, with Lily's school pics, Laura's obit. Leverage via welfare threats. Chilling. Past ops folder, schemes in Fresno, Mesa, Reno 53 families ousted, $14 mill skimmed. Money looped to Summit Properties CEO Harlan Voss no kin. Just irony. Voss lowballed Willow Grove lots. Rejected. Now weaponizing fakes to force sales. Emails. Voss ordering kid focus on the vet that they cave for family. Hours later, I built kill switch packets. Digital dumps to FBI, locals, media if I vanished. Physical stashes with Martha. Intel's worthless without strikes. I bugged their gear locations, chats, mics live. Not legal, but neither was stalking my kid. I seeded fakes. Debts on calls they spied. Trip leaving Lily with sitter. Bait primed. Tapped vet nets. Similar ruses near bases nationwide. My old squad mate flagged one in Pendleton, a ranger bud in Benning. National net on service folks. Physically? IR cams, sensors, thermal traps compound lockdown tech. PsyOps. Waved at their hides. Honeypot Dylan with his address file. Chatted loud about team pals hating thugs. Rattled M into slips. I'd morphed from dad to hunter the targeted prey, but snared a ghost. Voss link deepened. Court files showed his distress, plays with kid endangerment ploys. Pattern buried cross states. I beefed home. Night cams, perimeters, dossiers forwarded auto daily. Next AM, school crosser swapped Bruno's assault-convicted crony in vest. I drove Lily in, warned her teacher MS. Larson. Only me, Martha, or Sis Beth pick up. Call on fakes. She read my steal. Got it. PM, spotted Dylan snapping kid pics from a rental bolted when eyed, but I grabbed proof. Escalation peaked. Over dinner, I drilled Lily gently. Safety game if I say hide spot. What? Lock in closet, Hit red for cops. Wait for rocket waffles. She chirped Laura's Sunday special. Tough call. How about Aunt Beth's for a bit? Pack bug jars. She beamed, oblivious. Dropping her, fury crested these scum made my home a war zone. Marine's mantra, don't start fights, and they'd lit the fuse. Phase 2. Assembled Derek, neighbors/vets Marine sniper Tom Reyes, now landscaper, ex-Air Force guard Paul Kent, PI. Ops on, I laid files. Faces hardened. Kid grabs setup, Tom growled. We bait crime for badges, Derek nodded. Traps set, hidden feeds cloud-backed, bait bags with trackers/die, choke points rug slips, blocked paths. Lily's room? Mannequin in her astronaut PJs, wigged, homework strewn. Illusion perfect. Acted routine, leaked Lily home, glitchy alarms, late work Thursday. Hook swallowed. 2:17 a.m. Friday, alerts blared Escalade ghosts up. Trio in black, Dylan with gadgets, Bruno crowbar, Victor flashlight/papers. Mike's caught. Kids there saw her. Bypass lock quick. Victor, Voss demands. Grab her, he folds to welfare scare. They breached. I flanked from garage, radioing team, hold till commit. They rifled office for financials ID theft bonus. Then, up for the girl. Welfare check cover. Stairs creaked. Dylan eyed bed. Quick grab. I emerged. Worst call ever touching my baby. Freeze. Then hell. Bruno knifed. I twisted, snapped elbow, popped knee howled. Down. Dylan bolted. Heel to knee backward buckle. Vomit. Victor pistol whipped air. Assault on officials. I disarmed. Cracked fingers. Numbed thigh. Shattered patella. 30 ticks. All zip-tied. Cams rolling. Bad bets, boys. Team stormed. But pain's fleeting. Shame lingers. Crawl to station, or I scream armed child snatch. Your reps? Prison meat. Victor paled at Predator tag. Voss paid 300 tank values. Forced sales. Kid just bait. Confess en route. They crawled Maple Lane spectacle. Suits shredding. Knees grinding bloody. Neighbors emerged. Filming. Jeering. Martha passed Coco. Wrong dad, fools. Hour plus agony. Crowd commentary. Inspect pavement close. Derek waited, grinning. Solved interstate mess. Confession snowballed. Voss nabbed fleeing border. Laptop damning multi-state terror. Summit ops targeted weak elders. Solos forcing sales. Feds crushed. Victor 18 years for kidnap plot. Fraud. Judge dubbed him a trust vampire. Bruno 23. Priors biting. Dylan 10. Offender list for kid focus. Voss 27. Empire dust. American dream assault. Seized land. Community park with Lily's bug exhibit plaque. We formed a watch group. No HOA banning forever. Derek chairs. We fund anti-scam fights. Willow Grove's blueprint spread wide. Lily returned clueless, her innocence guarded. I consult on fraud now, lobby regs. Stories podcast fodder. Vet who crushed knees. Dated a local attorney pushing HOA law sparks maybe. But core? Dad shield, community steel. Vigilance lingers. I scan streets, cherish Lily's laughs. Justice crawls sometimes literally. The Willow Grove hobble warns crooks, inspires victims. For years on, playground echoes joy. Lily's 11, budding astronomer, piecing the tale. Made him crawl, Dad. Big bullies learn hard, sweetie like schoolyard, but stakes high. Consequences hit fraud kings at last. On bloody knees, they grasped, some fight dirty back. Did I go too far making them crawl, or was it justified vigilante justice? Should parents always handle threats alone, or is community the real power? Drop shattered knees if you think they deserved it. Like, comment your hot take, and subscribe for more real-life showdowns that spark debate.